Bieniemy was terrible. Well, at least if you let some Washington Commanders fans on Twitter tell you, Bieniemy was horrible. Let's talk about it.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. One forward with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field bag lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have another video. In today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about how some Commanders fans are unimpressed with what they saw from Bieniemy yesterday in week 1 of the Washington Commanders 2023 season. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, as we know, every week 1, the Monday following is overreaction. And overreaction to the max. Okay, I got multiple videos dropping out addressing Commanders fans because they were overreacting like crazy. One instance is them overreacting on Bieniemy. A lot of people has already came to the conclusion that Bieniemy was not an important piece to Kansas City Chiefs offense last year or the years he was there. It was all Andy Reid. And I'm like, after one game, y'all giving up on Bieniemy already? Cut it out. I had people on Twitter, comment section saying Bieniemy ain't no better than Scott Turner. I'm like, come on, really? Now, was Bieniemy impressive in his week 1 coaching performance as the offensive coordinator? No, I wouldn't say I saw anything that was impressive. But at the same time, we got to realize there was a lot of factors as to maybe why Bieniemy wasn't so impressive, coming out like he was, let's say in the preseason or whatnot. I got a couple factors because I'll be honest with you. I wasn't impressed by Bieniemy's performance. I'll keep it a buck with you. I wasn't impressed, but I'm not going to go as far as saying that he's worse than Scott Turner or already coming to the conclusion that he's not a good offensive coordinator. It's only one game. But that one game, I wasn't impressed. I saw some good things, but I saw a lot of things that I wasn't impressed about. And we're going to talk about it. Okay? First things first, we got to take into consideration. The weather was terrible. It was raining. So a lot of the things that Bieniemy maybe wanted to do, he had to scrap due to the weather. That's one. Secondly, turnovers was costly, man. Turnovers was costly. We had three of them things, man. So once you see that your team is turning the ball over, you now got to switch your game plan because your turnovers are affecting what you originally wanted to do because you see that your team can't take care of the ball. Antonio Gibson had one that was major. I felt like the Antonio Gibson fumble was the turning point that gave the Cardinals some type of motivation and some type of momentum. If we go down, because we were at the 15-yard line when that fumble happened. If we go down and score, it's like 14-6. They have no life left, okay? And then we could start to spray it on them and, run up the score. But we fumbled. That's costly. Sam Howell had a strip fumble. That's costly. That changes your whole momentum and your whole game plan because you see that your team cannot hold on to the ball. So you want to make them, you want to become conservative in a sense, right? But I will say this, okay, that's turnovers. That's kind of defending EB. It's not his fault. But I will say, in my opinion, Bieniemy came out a little too pass happy. You feel me? And again, early on, I'm not against it. I want to see us pass the ball, but you got to find a way to find that balance. Okay, find that balance, right? It was no reason why we weren't getting Brian Robinson involved in the game early, right? Especially after Sam Howell, you saw him getting sacked, you saw him having the turnovers. You needed to find a way to slow the game down and let your young quarterback settle in. Don't continue to have him drop back or continue to have him pass the ball. Or even if you're going to have him pass the ball, get quick passes going, slants, drags, out routes, sit down stick routes, just something, get the ball quick out of his hands. I did not see a lot of that yesterday, right? But more than that, I think we need to find a balance. That's all. We know Bieniemy wants to come pass the ball, and I'm all for it. But when your team is struggling, you need to find a way to have that balance, okay? I would like to see a little bit more of the run game involved early. from Eric Bieniemy. And again, guys, I'm just assessing his overall performance. I'm not like the rest of these fans. Okay, not I won't say rest, but I'm not like some of these fans that already come to the conclusion that Eric Bieniemy is trash. That he wasn't good. Andy Reid was the reason why the Chiefs were so successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those, but I am going to give you my honest thoughts. I do need to see more of the run game. I need to see more, more short, quick passing game. Get Sam comfortable, get some completions, under his belt. And I will say this though, we did not take many deep shots. I will say that. We did not take many deep shots. I think, if I can remember correctly, maybe only one really good deep shot, and that was to Terry McLaurin that drew the pass interference. That was probably one. You know what I'm saying? And again, maybe at first he had, deep routes and deep plays drawn up, but either one, Sam didn't see it, he didn't get through his progressions fast enough, or two, due to the offensive line giving up 6 sacks and stuff like that, he had to scrap the game plan. Maybe that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's week 1. I still believe in Eric Bieniemy. I still think he can be a really, really good offensive coordinator. I just feel like it was a lot of factors that maybe potentially ruined his game plan, Again, like I said, weather, fumbles, offensive line not looking the best, Sam Howell not looking the best. He had to maybe switch it up and adapt. And that's one thing that I will say. That's one thing that I will say about him. He probably adapted. Did Scott Turner ever adapt? No. When Scott Turner had a game plan, he just stuck to it. He just stuck to it no matter what the scenario was in the game. He just stuck to it. EB adapted. I'm pretty sure he did. After he saw what his offense was doing. Okay? Again, one thing that I will just say about EB that I didn't like the most was he needs to get the run game involved more and early. Okay? He needs to not be so conservative, down in the red zone, right? This one specific job I'm talking about when we kicked the field goal, went up 2016. Okay, I get it. Let me rephrase it like this. I get what they were doing. They were like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? It's 20 to 16 if we kick this field goal. And we go up full. They can't score a touchdown. They ain't been scoring all game. So I got faith in our defense. And rightfully so. Defense was playing lights out, and they did not score all touchdown the whole game. But at least give your team an opportunity to score a touchdown. I would much rather them be up by 8, than up by 4. You feel me? Because either way, they still got to get a touchdown, but you never know. If Arizona just put together some flag, a drive or a flag or two, go their way, we got to hold in, pass interference on the defense, and that gives them a penalty, put them at midfield. They could have went down and scored a touchdown, opposed to you at least attempting for us to get a touchdown on the opposite drive, and we go up 8, where I don't have no faith in them having to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion. Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So that last drive where they ran it 3 times in a row, I was like, yeah, that's very, very old Washington-like right there. I do not like that right there. Okay, that's very conservative. That's kind of throwing in the towel. That, yes, it shows your defense confidence. Like, hey, I got faith in our defense. But what does that tell you to your offense and your young quarterback? You know what I'm saying? That we're not going to try to at least score a touchdown. So, again, it was some positives, okay, from Urban. It wasn't all bad like a lot of Commanders fans wants to make it seem. It was not all bad, but it was some things that we need to work on. And again, we'll get better. It's only week 1, ladies and gentlemen, but that's why I expected this. Overreaction Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be better. I promise you that. This offensive line, in my opinion, was not as bad as the stat sheet seemed. And they gave up 6 sacks, but I would say like 3 or 4 of them was on Sam Howell. Right, but the offensive line was not that bad. However, they weren't not perfect. And who expects you to be perfect in a 60-minute game? They get paid just like you. They're going to make plays just like you at times, right? So, again, EB, not the best, right? But he has some good things. Like, I like what I saw. He did the speed option. He did a speed option into a draw with Sam Howell and Curtis Samuel. Like to see that. It didn't really net that much yardage, but I was like, okay, I like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? We had a screen that actually worked with Antonio Gibson. I'm like, okay, picking up 10. Well, it should have been a first down, but remember, we reviewed it and they said it wasn't a first down. Clearly, it was a first down, but whatever. Like that play. You know what I'm saying? I like the Chris. How about Chris Rodriguez lining up at fullback? I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We need to run the ball a little bit more. You know, get more creative. Get Cole Turner on the field more. Like I understand y'all like Logan Thomas, man, but Cole Turner should be tight end 1. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. Keep getting them on the field more. And then again, it's not against the rules to have both of them on the field at the same time. You know, but give me more Cole Turner, less Logan Thomas. You know what I'm saying? If you see that Andrew Wiley is struggling, get John Bates in the game on his side. Help him chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things that you can do. And again, I'm not frustrated at all because we won. Like, it'll be different if we lost. I'll be complaining and pissed off that we lost. But we're complaining and we won. We could be the Giants right now and be lose and lost 40-0 and be miserable this morning. That we could be the Giants. But we're complaining and we won. So, again, we'll be better. We'll be facing a Denver team that has a really good defense, so that is a little bit, you know, concerning in a sense. But they did lose, you know, so they lost to the Raiders. But I have faith in this team. I think Sam is going to be much, much better. He knows that he wasn't perfect. This whole offense knows that they weren't perfect. They got a lot of things to clean up. You know, drop passes, you know, missing Bieniemy Brown wide open for a touchdown. You can't have that. You know, Sam has to be quicker with his progressions. You know, and again, who knows how he was really reading it, you know, but he has to be quicker in his decision making, better in his decision making. You can't miss Terry McLaurin wide open across the middle of the field. That just cannot happen. Okay? So, again, overall, game 1 performance. Not what I was disappointed. I'll say this. I'm disappointed in what we did and how we played, but I'm excited we won. I'm only disappointed because I expected us to destroy the Cardinals and we didn't do that. But again, we won, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's going to look back here later in the season that how we won. They're not going to look at the score. They're going to look at, oh, Washington got to win versus Arizona. Cool. That's all that matters. Right? So, again, Commanders fans, overreaction Monday. Chill out, y'all. Chill out. Give EB to at least week 10 before y'all start coming up with conclusions, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least give them a couple games. It was game 1. It was game 1. And y'all ready to flip on EB already. Everybody was all team EB all off season long. But one game. And you already then decided that EB ain't it? Come on, man. Be better. Be better, y'all. And I know y'all will. I know y'all will. You know what I'm saying? But it's just some of y'all. It's not a lot of Commanders fans out there. But there was some out there. There was some out there. But again, the offense as a whole did not perform well. We're not just going to put it on EB. Okay? But again, I expect them to fully be better later on the season. Let's just hope that this was a week 1 jitter, you know, and a thing that they'll improve from, which I fully expect and will be much better here on out. Okay? So with that being said, let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section down below. This video is going to be titled, Eric Bieniemy was unimpressed in his Washington Commanders debut. Unimpressive. Because let's call it what it is. He was unimpressive, but there were a lot of asterisks and factors as to why he was. So I'm fully still on board with EB, but what says you out there? Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.